I used to live alone without anyone to talk to until I had a plane accident in the Sahara Desert 6 years ago. My engine was broken and I didn't have any passengers or mechanic with me, so I tried to fix it alone. It was very difficult because my life depended on it. I only had enough drinking water for a week. On the first night, I slept on the sand. There was nobody around for 1,000 miles. I felt very alone, like a sailor who had been shipwrecked in the middle of the ocean. The next morning, I was surprised to hear a strange little voice wake me up at sunrise. "If you please, draw me a sheep." "What? Draw me a sheep?" I stood up suddenly, feeling very surprised. I rubbed my eyes and looked around carefully. Then, I noticed a very unusual little person staring at me with a serious expression. Later, I drew a picture of him, which you can see here. However, my drawing is not as lovely as the real thing. It's not my fault. When I was 6 years old, the adults discouraged me from pursuing my dream of becoming a painter. As a result, I never learned to draw anything except snakes, both from the outside and the inside. I looked at the unexpected appearance in complete surprise. I had crashed in a deserted area far away from any people, but the small person in front of me didn't seem lost or tired or hungry or thirsty or scared. It was like he knew where he was going. When I finally spoke, I asked him, "But, what are you doing here?" He answered slowly, as if he were talking about something very important. "If you please, draw me a sheep." When something is very mysterious and scary, you may feel like you can't say no. Even though it seems silly to me, because I was all alone and in danger of dying in a place where nobody lives for 1,000 miles, I took a piece of paper and my pen out of my pocket. But then I remembered that I had only studied geography, history, math, and grammar, so I told the little guy. I was a bit annoyed, but I didn't know how to draw. He replied, "It's not important. Please draw me a sheep." I had never drawn a sheep before. So I decided to show him one of my 2 frequently drawn pictures. It was the picture of the boa constrictor from outside. I was surprised when the little guy recognized it and greeted it excitedly. "No, no, no. I don't want an elephant in a boa constrictor. Boa constrictors are very dangerous, and elephants are too big. Where I live, everything is small. I want a sheep. Please draw me a sheep." So then I made a drawing. He watched it closely, and then he spoke. "No, this sheep is already very sick. Please make me another one." So I made another drawing. My friend smiled kindly and patiently. "You can see," he said, "that this is not a sheep. This is a male sheep with horns." So, I drew my picture again. It was refused like the rest. "This is too old. I want a sheep that will live a long time." I was very impatient because I wanted to start taking my engine apart quickly. So I quickly drew this picture. And I gave an explanation along with it. "This is just his box. The sheep you wanted is inside." I was very surprised to see a smile on the face of my young judge. "That's exactly how I wanted it. Do you think this sheep needs a lot of grass?" "Why?" "Because everything is very small where I live. I gave you a very small sheep, so there will surely be enough grass for him," I said. He bent his head over the drawing. "Not very small because, look, he has fallen asleep. That's how I met the little prince."